Britain's emergency bikers are the lone rangers of the road, the heroes on the front line.
You're under arrest.
In the battle to save and protect lives. 2 wheels are quicker than 4 on some of the most congested roads in Europe.
You undertook at 90 to 100 mile an hour.
They get help where it's most needed, fast.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Meet the biker cops of Essex and the biker paramedics in Cornwall and in Bristol.
Can you open your eyes for me?
The minute they're on scene, we're right there with them. Coming up, an insurance stop becomes something more sinister.
You're under arrest.
Right.
Yeah, because you're wanted.
A chilling 999 call.
Gentleman's fallen onto his back, 12 feet off the ladder, bleeding from the head.
And Essex police come down hard on speeders.
What I don't want to do is meet you again when you're in a pile of mush.
On duty in Bristol city centre, biker paramedic Dean, Wingnut, Wiltshire.
I joined the ambulance service maybe to give something back. It sounds cliched, but that was partly my driving factor, really. You know, being, part of a service that can make a difference.
Wingnut's finishing up a job in the Stokes Croft area of Bristol. And another 999's coming in from right around the corner.
For a 30-year-old male who's feeling faint, vomiting blood as well.
Roger, all noted.
His patient's just 500 metres away. And he's still in the phone box on the line with the 999 operator when Wingnut arrives.
Hello there. My name's Dean. What's happening to you today?
I've been fits.
Okay. Anything else?
Vomiting blood.
You've been vomiting blood. Where did you last vomit?
Right at the roof.
Okay. So what have you called us to do? Do you want to go to hospital?
Yes, please.
Do you want to step out the phone box and come and sit on the floor a minute? Because I'm on a motorbike. I can't take you on a motorbike.
Vomiting blood, shaking and seizures all point to one thing.
You an alcoholic at all? Okay. Have you been drinking today?
No.
Okay. Is that what's been causing the problem, do you think? Okay. Where do you normally live? You've no fixed abode, are you? Okay. Is that for your blood? Is it? How do you do that?
Fell over.
When was that?
Today.
How long ago? And where were you?
About half an hour ago.
Okay. And where was it?
I was up there when I had a fit.
Okay. And how often do you have fits?
Every time I have a drink.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to get some kit from the bike. When the body is reliant on alcohol to function, i.e. you're an alcoholic, once you start to take that drug away, the body then cannot cope.
And that can lead to hallucinations, seizures, brain damage, even death.
It's quite common for people to have fits when they don't drink and they rely on drinking. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, but it's been worse today.
So where do you sleep? You say you're no fixed abode.
Here, there and everywhere.
I'll pop this on your finger like that, it doesn't hurt. Give me that hand. Can I just take your temperature? Okay, that's fine, that's normal. What do they normally do for you at the hospital when this happens?
Give me some tablets and then put me on a trip.
What sort of tablets do they give you, do you know?
No.
Okay. I'm going to request an ambulance for you then, okay? There's likely to be a bit of a delay. 1082, thank you. Can I have a crew please P2 over?
Wingnut's called for an ambulance, but because this man's life's not in danger, life-threatening calls will take priority.
Any idea of a ETA over?
Unfortunately not at the moment. All utilised in Bristol still. Coming from... Bath?
It's a busy time for the ambulance service. But the delay will give Wingnut a chance to talk to the man.
It's a lonely old place on your own, isn't it?
I've had load of mental problems, so I just drink to try to stop them.
Is it to escape from stuff, is it? Okay.
Life's hard at the moment.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I don't see none of my family. If I was in foster care most of my life.
Okay. Tough place to be, mate. You've done the right thing. You've certainly done the right thing by calling for help today. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, have you ever been in rehab at all? When you go to the hospital now, have a chat with them.
I haven't drank nothing. I keep on vomiting and stuff. Like watery, and then it goes orange and then blood.
Okay. When you get to the hospital today, will you talk to them and say to them that you desperately want help, that you want to stop the drinking?
Get treated.
But you need to engage with them, you need to talk to them and say to them what your problems are. People get through this, but I've got to tell you, mate, if you're asking for help and you take the help, you can get through this and you'll become a much stronger person at the end of it.
I do want it.
Okay. You're pretty much at your lowest point, aren't you?
Thank you for doing it.
You're very welcome, mate.
My voice is doing my head in.
Your voice is,
Yeah. Every little sound.
but your voice is.
Yeah, it's like weird feelings in my head.
Okay. Is it your own voice that's doing your head in?
Yeah.
Is talking now making it worse?
Yeah.
Okay, well don't talk for a minute.
Even the birds.
Everything's too much, is it? If people hear things or see things, flashing lights, unusual noises, that's called an aura, and that often precedes seizures. Relax, just chill, mate, it's fine. You're gonna be okay. Okay, look at me.
I can't.
Why not?
Lights and all that.
Okay, close your eyes. Nothing's gonna go wrong.
It's worse when I close
Okay,
my eyes.
well you do what you need to do to make yourself as comfortable as you can. Okay, I'm a paramedic, I'm here to help you.
yeah.
Okay, okay, just...
Oh my God.
Okay, we're in King Square in Bristol, okay? You're okay.
Can't do it.
You don't need to do anything, just sit tight, just sit still.
Oh my God.
In Bristol city centre, biker paramedic Wingnut is looking after a homeless man whose condition has suddenly deteriorated.
Lights and all that.
Okay, close your eyes. Nothing's going to go wrong.
He's an alcoholic in withdrawal, which can be life-threatening.
I'm a paramedic, I'm here to help you, okay? You're okay, you're okay.
The ambulance was going to take 30 minutes, but the situation's changed.
Do it. Can't do it.
You don't need to do anything, just sit tight, just sit still.
Another rapid response paramedic has arrived to help. Seizures are a classic symptom of alcohol withdrawal.
For the first few minutes, it is really keeping them safe, so we're keeping their head away from being injured. You don't hold anybody down, you don't put anything in their mouth, you don't do anything like that, you just keep them safe. Hello, mate. It's Dean again. Just relax. It's Dean.
Just still, you're fine.
It's the paramedic, mate.
You're fine, mate. Just chill.
Come on.
You're okay.
It's Dean, the paramedic. Come on.
Confusion and disorientation after the end of a seizure, called a post-ictal state, are common and can last for several minutes.
How you doing? You back in the room now? Eh?
So I'm just going to establish some IV.
Yep.
Once the man is calm enough, Wingnut wants to get a cannula in so they can give him drugs if he goes into another seizure.
We can give a drug that stops the seizure, so it's an acute muscle relaxant. It's called diazepam. Basically shuts the brain down for a short while and gives it time to recover. Terrible veins at the moment. I'll have a look on his other one. Keep your hand still for me, buddy. Paradoxically, the people that need good veins generally don't have them. It can be at times, it can be quite frustrating. 1082, thank you. Can I upgrade to a P1, please? This chap started fitting over.
Overseas, I'll see what I can do with it.
This has escalated to a top priority call.
Hello, mate. Remember me? Are you back? Awful veins. Nice and still, mate. Keep nice and still.
You okay? You're on the phone. You're with the paramedics. Okay? Nothing to worry about.
The ambulance is now just minutes away.
You talk to me? Where are you? I'm hoping that's our vehicle. That's our ambulance here now, okay? We're going to take you up to the hospital. He's a known alcoholic, not been drinking for the last few days. He's in a very, very dark place at the moment.
We'll take you up to the hospital. Okay? Steady. Stand.
Here we go.
All right, just stand nice and tall.
Every hour, someone in the UK dies from an alcohol-related problem. This man needs help.
Stand tall, buddy. The hospital's really, really close. All right? We can get you up there and get you some help. Most of my job is being able to talk to people. If you can't talk to people, you can't gain their trust. If you can't gain their trust, you can not really get a particularly good medical history from them. A good 80% of our job is being able to communicate with people on a level that they can react to in a good way. Lots and lots of people, once they're in that situation, want to be out of the situation. It's very, very difficult to gauge whether somebody really, really means and wants to sort of get better. I'd like to think he did.
It's the weekend, but there's no time off for veteran biker cop Mick Wills. He's heading out on one of the squad's unmarked motorcycles, with his sights set on other bikers behaving badly.
Yeah, there's definitely some common ground. I think it does break down a couple of barriers before you even start, because it's a bit of a dark art motorcycle, and if you've never done it, it's all a bit of a mystery. So at least they know that we know what they're up to, you know, and what their limits are, and what if they try and tell us they've done a wheelie by accident, we know that can't happen.
Today, Mick's hunting ground is an 18-mile stretch of the A131 between Braintree and Chelmsford, a favourite for weekend bikers. Biker cop boss Nick Edwards makes sure his team shows no leniency.
I've been asked a number of times whether we go easy on bikers. It's certainly not the case. Roads policing officers are known as black rats. We eat our own, as they say. So the bottom line, if an offence has been committed, it doesn't matter who's done it, whether they're riding or driving, it will be dealt with.
Mick's parked up just off a roundabout on one of the quicker sections of the A131, watching carefully and listening. Mick's heard the roar of a speeding motorbike, and he's off in pursuit. Mick's on the dual carriageway, but the biker is long gone. Mick will have to hit the gas to catch his man. He's flat out, but the biker still isn't in sight. Two miles at top speed, and there's a speck on the horizon. Mick's caught up with the biker. He's riding more cautiously now, but after that chase, Mick wants a word.
Hello. How you doing? What's your first name? Otis. I followed you from Braintree, or from the Braintree bypass, you know. Just describe to me your journey.
I was probably going a little bit quick, but not, I wouldn't say excessive. I was in control.
The bike's got video on it.
Yeah.
I'll show you. But the camera's in under the bike under here. It's also got Vasco on it, which is a vehicle speed recorder and a timing device. And the speed that I was doing is overlaid onto the video that it's taken. All right. Okay. So it's going to show the speed that I had to get to catch you up. Bearing in mind I was about 30 metres off that roundabout, and I set off when you set off from the roundabout, but you were rolling and I wasn't, right? Now, I saw 145 on my speed,
There's no way I was doing that.
I didn't say you were, but I didn't catch you up until about 3 miles down the road when we got to the next roundabout. So I'm going to caution you, you don't have to say anything, but it may harm in defence if you don't answer one question, something later on in court, anything you say, maybe give me evidence. The speed limit along that road is? 70 miles an hour, yeah. The cars that you were flashing past, they were doing 70.
I wasn't flashing past.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
I was overtaking, yeah.
Right, well, they were doing 70. You weren't doing 80 or 90, you were well into three figures.
No,
I can't put an exact figure on it because I couldn't catch you up.
I went over 100 down there because I wouldn't.
Right.
I got 3 points down there last year. There's no way I would go over
in the same circumstance on your bike?
On my bike, yeah.
By a motorcyclist?
You were on a marked bike then. You were one of the ones that pulled me over.
Right. I can't measure your speed. All I can do is show the magistrates that video, and on that video will be my speed, not your speed. They can work out themselves, you know, how fast you may have been going, and it's whether they consider that to be careless or not.
Is there any chance I could see the video?
Yeah. So I'm just going to flip over. Yeah, this is a bit of the roundabout, yeah. So you've just gone past this roundabout quite quickly. And now I'm waiting to catch you up. I guessed 145, didn't I?
For you, yeah.
138 it was.
Yeah,
so you're still not in sight. You're still not in sight. So that's what the magistrates will see, right? So you can decide whether you think they're going to think that's all right. The other alternative you'll get will be the ride course, which is not a conviction. You get offered it for speeding and some other element of being aggressive or a sort of abuse of the road system.
Riding aggressively, I know that.
It's up to you. If you don't have to. You can go to court and you can plead not guilty, and you can,
if you think that's going to do me good, then I'll take
the course will definitely do you good because it is aimed at exactly your sort of rider, the sort of rider that doesn't really respect the road rules. Well, I can only act on what I can see, so let's not speculate about how your riding normally is. But that wasn't acceptable, and that if you don't take the course, will end you up in court.
The biker might feel he's had a raw deal, but Mick has a very good reason why he clamps down hard on speeding.
What I don't want to do is meet you again and I've got to go and see your wife or are you married?
Yeah.
I don't want to go, be meeting you again at the roadside when you're in a pile of mush, because the consequences of riding like that are very, very serious. Right? Okay. Sometimes these people think that we're just out to give them tickets because, that's what policemen do. And they lose sight of why we're doing it. And the reason we're doing it is because we don't want him to die. It's not nice going around to someone's house and telling them that someone's not coming home that they love. In fact, it's the worst part of the job that there is. It's awful.
The biker took the option of the careless riding education course.
Yes, I've broken the law. I hold my hand up to it,
He didn't get any points on his licence, but it did cost him £195.
Educational courses are certainly not soft and they're not a way out. It does sometimes can appear that it looks like we're letting people off or it's a light approach. It's been proved, not by me, but scientifically it's been proved it's more beneficial, more effective than just a punitive punishment.
Bikers make up just 1% of road traffic in the UK, but nearly 20% of road deaths. On duty today, biker paramedic Ian Hooper.
Fantastic place to live. I can't imagine living anywhere else. Not Cornish through and through, married a Cornish girl though, got 3 Cornish kids. That's as close as I'm going to get. You're sort of allowed, but you're not Cornish. When people find out I'm born in Wales, I'm suddenly Welsh. You're definitely defined as a Welshman.
Redruth, 1 p.m. A 999's just come in.
Are you ready to roll in? I've got a falling off the ladder. 66-year-old male fallen onto his back, 12 feet off the ladder. Bleeding from the head. On right.
The man's home is 8 miles from the ambulance station. Hoops needs to get there fast. Hoops is on scene in just 6 minutes. An ambulance crew was in the area and has also just arrived. Hoops is the senior paramedic and will take charge. The man's fallen from the roof of his house, landing head first on his car below. This could mean brain injury or paralysis. In Cornwall, biker paramedic Hoops is with a man who's fallen from the roof of his house, head first onto his van.
Shall I get on ahead then?
Yeah.
He could have life-threatening head or spine injuries.
Barry?
Yes.
Barry, my name's Ian and I'm a paramedic at the ambulance service. I'm on a bike, okay?
Okay.
Just to come to help you.
Oh, no problem.
All right, mate.
Just that it's so bloody stupid. I'm so sorry.
Well, don't be sorry. But
It is because I've done something stupid.
That's all right, buddy. It's okay. We all do stupid
Don't worry
things.
about stupidity. We need to sort you out.
Okay.
You haven't seen the sort of DIY I get up to. Right. Do you want
Have a listen to your breathing.
He has fallen a fair way. He could have damaged his skull, therefore his brain, therefore his neck, and, you know, he could have significant chest and abdominal injuries.
Hoops needs to get a medical history to make sense of what he's seeing.
Barry, do you suffer with any medical problems?
I have
Completely off, I mean, all right?
triple bypass.
Have you?
5 years ago, 8 years ago.
Barry's wife, Josephine, is on hand to help with his complicated medical history.
An aneurysm 5 years ago, diabetes and underactive thyroid.
Okay. Are you on any Are you on warfarin or anything like that?
No.
Not warfarin, no.
Are you on something else?
Aspirin, yes.
Okay.
75 once a day.
All right. Okay. Big deep breath for us, Barry. Okay. And out. And out. And the other side. I think he's got a little bit reduced air entry on the left side. Just keep an eye on that.
Reduced air entry could mean a collapsed lung, and that could be life-threatening.
Cut his shirt off, buddy.
You're not.
All of it off. Arms, everything.
Just so it stays
But there's a reason for Barry's lung problems.
Are you feeling short of breath?
No. The left lung has always been a side problem to him.
Has it?
When they, punctured it to do the heart.
Ah, I see. That might.
I've always had a bug.
Exactly.
Okay, Barry. That might account for the fact that we're just worried that you've hurt your chest. That's all. So
it's always,
thanks for telling us that, buddy.
It's always been like that.
Hoops is still worried. Shock may be masking serious injuries. Barry's fallen with enough force to dent his van, yet appears to have no pain. The team can't take any chances.
Keep your head nice and still.
Right.
All right, and let us work around you. All right? All right, just go gently.
If Barry has a neck injury, any movement could leave him paralysed.
Can that go a bit smaller, or the one down? So he needs to be. No, don't you do that, Barry.
Okay, sorry.
You just let us adjust that. That needs to be a short.
Hoops wants to keep him completely still until they can get him to hospital.
All right. Okay. You've got to. Is that wrist painful? That left wrist painful?
No.
Can you just grip your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's looking. You've got a wound on the outside of your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Barry has a deep gash on his left hand, which he can't feel. Hoops is concerned about what else he can't feel.
Okay. So from top to tail, you banged your head.
Bang the head.
Okay.
On the just above the eye, on the bonnet of the van.
Okay.
Slid down the roof.
Right. Okay. Well, did you come head first down the roof then?
No, I think I came horizontal.
Okay.
Smacked the van and then collapsed over here.
Okay. So you got no pain in your neck?
No.
Any pain in your chest?
No.
Any pain in your tummy?
No.
Okay. Any pain in your pelvis?
No.
And you can move both legs, can you?
Both legs, toes as
and
well.
no pain there?
No.
So, Barry, the plan is that because you've fallen significantly, we've got to act like you could have damaged some stuff. We're going to put this scoop stretcher, and it actually does what it sounds like. It scoops underneath you.
Okay.
Lift you onto the stretcher, but we're going to keep you fairly still.
Yep.
And then run you in and get you some x-rays. Okay. You'll be ready, steady, roll, okay? Okay, ready, steady, roll. Good lad. All right, okay, ready, steady, lower.
Tops in.
Okay. Just relax your head into my hands, buddy. All right. Right, so we just need to tighten them up.
Just tighten them a bit.
Okay, so is that good, is it?
In spite of all that Barry's going through, he has other things on his mind.
Hey, you're in trouble, eh? Up with the missus. You will because you broke the gutter now as well.
You broke the gutter, and you...
She's not to come with us. She's to continue as she's...
Do you think she will?
She's got to, till I'll be very, very angry.
What, to finish the paint job?
Yeah, that's right.
No, she's going in for the hip job tomorrow.
So you want her to stay at home, do you?
No, I want her to carry on as she's doing, and she goes tomorrow, nothing changes.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Ready, set, lift. Okay, that's it. And we'll have to walk to you in a little bit, I think. Okay. And no pain?
No pain anywhere.
Okay.
I think it's more shock.
All right.
Hoops keeps checking on Barry. He can't believe there aren't more serious injuries.
Okay.
Do you understand what's going on, Barry?
I understand.
Yeah, okay. We just basically, it's a long way you've fallen and you've landed on your bonds.
Yeah.
So we got to do all this to make sure.
Yeah, no problem.
But you seem more...
I'm sorry that...
Don't be sorry.
I am, because it's that stupid. I want nothing to change, Joe.
No, okay, I'll phone up in a little while. Okay?
Yeah, but I want you to continue as you are.
Yeah, okay.
And you're going in the morning.
Okay.
I'll be very angry,
Yes.
you know.
Barry, we're going to say goodbye, all right?
Thank you very much, lads.
Good luck in hospital.
The ambulance crew will now take Barry for x-rays and scans in hospital to determine the real extent of his injuries.
You're fine. It's an emulsion, so it's just going to come off. I was just interested to know that will, bless him, it will come off his windows, because otherwise... I don't know why I'm bothering to do that when it's all over the car and everywhere else. But I'm going to leave it now. I'm just making it worse.
The Dartford Tunnel is one of the busiest river crossings in Europe. The perfect place for the Essex biker cops to watch for anything out of order. On patrol, PC Steve, Clemens.
I've been a police officer for 18 years. The main reason I joined it is I was in the Royal Air Force. You didn't know what you're doing from day to day, and then you'd never know what's going to happen, so I think the police is very similar to that.
An automatic number plate recognition, or ANPR system, will flag up cars with no registered keeper, no insurance, no tax, or of interest to the police. A car has tripped the cameras and then headed east into nearby Grays. Clem's in pursuit. A dark blue car is showing as having no insurance.
That's the car there.
He hits his blue lights to pull them over. Clem's also spotted the car has illegal tints on the windows. A good icebreaker.
Oh. All right, thanks for stopping. Let me get all this off first so I can hear what I'm saying.
So this is my car.
But he's driving.
Well, just 5 minutes.
No, he's driving.
Yeah, I'm driving.
I need to speak to him because he's driving. Okay, but you can answer some of the questions, right? How long have you owned this car?
How long you have this car? Couple months. Yeah, couple months. 3 months, 4 months.
So you are answering?
No, I can talk.
Okay.
But it's not talking very good English, you know.
Okay, all right, fair enough. The reason I stopped you, you've got tinted windows? Got tint on the windows?
All right, sorry about that, but yeah.
Yeah, you can't have them. You're not allowed to have tint on those windows. On here, see this bit here? Yeah. That means the manufacturer, when they made that window, made it as dark as it can possibly be. So if you add anything to it, you make it illegal.
All right.
Right, so there is no tint can be go on there.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
so that's going to need to be taken off.
So what can I...
Just peels off of your fingers. But so I need to find out, because it's your car that you were driving, what insurance have you got to drive this car?
Because it's just...
No. Not back, cuz. What insurance have you got to drive this car?
I don't have business insurance, actually.
I didn't ask business.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, so we've established you haven't got any insurance, unless you've paid insurance for him.
No, it's here for him.
Have you got insurance for him, for this car?
For him, insurance? Mate, for him?
Yeah.
No, because I don't know this area, and I said him, please.
You asked him to drive?
Yeah,
okay.
please driving, because I don't know this area, yeah.
Okay, appreciate
it. And if I driving, I lost.
Right, so you've asked him to drive your car, yeah? And what insurance did you have to make sure he can drive your car?
No, you don't have like this. No, I don't have. Know what this
right, so you permitted him to drive your car with no insurance as well? Do you have your own car?
No.
You don't have a car? Do you have a driving licence?
Yeah, of course. In Lithuania.
A Lithuanian driving licence? Have you got it with you?
No, here I don't have.
You don't carry it?
But I have it in my home.
You don't have it on you, so you've got a driving licence. So you can't prove to me you can drive. Right, have you got a driving licence?
Yes.
Got it with you? We have a driving licence. Unfortunately, you weren't driving. Who have you got insurance with? Who has he got insurance with?
On this car?
No.
This car? No, you don't have insurance.
No. Okay. Right, we're doing well here, aren't we? 165. Well, what's going to happen is you're going to be prosecuted for driving a vehicle with no insurance. Yeah. The vehicle's being seized, having no insurance. So I don't know if you've got a driving licence as well, but I need you to produce that. Whether you've got one, I don't know.
Big penalty.
Well, what'll happen is you'll create a British driving licence, which will put 6 points on it, and you'll get a £300 fine. Okay.
6 points for for what? For windows or for what?
No, for having no insurance.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to get that tint off, because that needs to be come off anyway, you get doing that while I fill the paperwork in. Neither of them have got insurance. The passenger's the owner, but he got his mate to drive because he doesn't know the area. And the driver says he's got a Lithuanian driving licence, but he hasn't got it on him, so I don't know if he has got a Lithuanian driving licence, so he'll be prosecuted for having no licence as well, until he can prove he's got one. And so basically that ends up with the vehicle being seized under 165, and we'll take it away, and he'll have to get insurance and a driving licence to come back and to get his vehicle.
While the two men begin removing their illegal tints, Clem does his usual background checks with the police database.
Can you do a name check, just in case he's been stopped before? Yeah, received. I'll keep dealing with the car, then I'll sort that out.
There's more than a little information coming through, and some of it suggests to Clem that he might be needing his cuffs.
Received. That's enough, he's going to come in.
A police van pulls into position.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's just come to the attention of the driver.
Yeah, that's simple. He's going to go code 32 now. Come here. You're under arrest.
Why?
Yeah, because you're wanted. Yeah.
For what?
For the motoring offences. Fail to appear. Yeah. For drink drive as a minor traffic offences.
No. Doesn't mean the court, but I'm driving. I know the story.
Yeah, you wanted, so you are aware what's going on. So you don't have to say anything. It may harm your defence. Do mention in question something which you later rely on in court. And you do say make an evidence, but you seem to be aware of what's going on. You do.
I know what you mean. You know because I'm be together. 1 second, I want to take my.
No, we'll sort that out.
Pardon?
We'll get what you want. Your colleagues, your friends here with us. We'll take you.
Can I take my mobile phone?
Your mobile phone? Yeah, we'll get that. Don't worry.
I'm not a dog.
No, it's a prison van, not a dog van.
No worries, I don't have nothing.
Sorry?
I don't have nothing, no worries.
No, just doing a quick check so we can see you. Right, jump yourself in there.
You have something better for me, please?
The limousine's out. There you go. My colleague back at the office has come back and stated that The other gentleman who was driving is actually wanted for motoring offences, no insurance, drink drive and other minor offences that he's failed to appear at court. As you can tell, when I arrested him, he was aware that he was wanted. I think he'll probably going to be remanded and put before the court tomorrow.
The man's taken to Grays police station, where he'll be kept overnight.
A clean pillow. There's one there, a blue one.
I want one more, please.
OK. I think he's taking a bit of a joke, trying to enjoy it as a breakaway. You know, he's a nice little hotel. He's got a nice little room in the corner. So, and he's a south-facing, so he'll get the sun in the morning. So it's and he's got ensuite as well.
The driver did have a licence in the end, but he was banned from driving for 20 months. He was fined £250 for drink driving, £200 for no insurance, £100 for no show at court, £135 costs, £25 victim surcharge, and the car was crushed. Coming up, an elderly woman in trouble.
Head down, dropped her shoulders down, not responsive.
Bristol, 8 p.m. Biker paramedic Rich Code is responding to a 999 call. All Rich knows is an elderly woman has become unresponsive. It could be anything.
Hello, ambulance. Ambulance, hello.
Hi.
Who are we here to see?
Right, you've come to see my mum.
Is this Mum here?
Beryl, yeah.
Hello. Is it Beryl?
Yeah.
Hello, Beryl. I'm Rich. Do you want your daughter? Is it daughter?
Yeah, I'm daughter. I live here.
Do you want your daughter to tell me what's been happening?
No, she'll tell you.
Okay, I will let your daughter explain what's happening, okay?
69-year-old Beryl is cared for full-time by her daughter Sarah.
She suffers from Parkinson's disease.
Okay.
And she's got low blood pressure and dementia. About 8 o'clock tonight, Mum was sat here.
Yeah.
She had an episode where she was crying and then she stopped and she was fine. And all of a sudden she was sat like that and all of a sudden she just went...
Just slumped in the chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Head down, dropped her shoulders down, eyes open but not responsive. And I said, Mum, Mum, Mum.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she just come out of it. And then her breathing was really fast.
Okay.
But she seems to be a lot more confused than normal.
Since this episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since this episode,
Has she got better at all, or has she just been...
Not
she's
really.
still confused?
It's not really.
Well, we'll do a few checks and see how we are.
Parkinson's is a degenerative brain disease, causing sufferers problems moving, speaking, and, in advanced disease, causing dementia and often a lot of pain.
Not quite sure of exactly what's happened. We'll dig a little bit deeper and see if we can work out what's going on. Am I able to take your blood pressure on this arm?
I should be fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Has she got any other past medical history we need to be aware of? No strokes, heart attacks?
No,
not
nothing.
Not diabetic?
She's not diabetic.
No epilepsy?
No.
Good. It could be a lot of things, but the likelihood is either what I can think of is one or two things. One is like TIA, which is the mini stroke.
Yeah.
That's possible, but the other option is perhaps a seizure. And the only reason I think that is because when she did come round, she was a bit confused.
Rich wants to check first for any signs of a stroke or mini stroke.
I'm going to ask a few more funny questions, if you don't mind. Are you able to hold on to my hands? That's it, just like that. Can you squeeze them as hard as you can? You have got a good grip. That's good. Can you pull me towards you? Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. And push me away.
He's looking for signs of one-sided weakness, which could indicate brain injury on the opposite side.
Can I see your facial muscles work? What I need is a smile. That's good. And daughter, if we have a look, is that a normal smile for Mum?
Yeah, that's
no
normal.
one-sided weakness at all? Good. How are you feeling now, Beryl?
Fine.
You're feeling okay, yeah? Good.
Yeah.
Can you remember what happened?
No, I can't really remember.
I'm not exactly sure what's caused you to have the episode. So, Beryl, what we'd like to do is organise you an ambulance to take you into hospital. Is that okay? We'll look after you, Beryl, don't worry. Not really sure what Beryl's suffered with today. We know she's had an event where she's become unconscious. That could be caused down to a number of things, and they need to be looked at in the hospital. Got no pains?
No.
Well, that's good. We don't like people to be in pain.
I've been caring for Mum 6 years full time. You know, I give up my job to look after her basically, because I like to keep her out of a nursing home. I worry about things, obviously, you know.
You can't help but worry when it's your mum, can you?
It worries me.
Everyone worries about their mum. I expect mums worry about their children as well.
Oh God, yeah, she worries, you know.
So mine keeps telling me.
Mum's had her Parkinson's at like 19 years this year, because she was only 50 when she was diagnosed with it. It's quite emotionally upsetting. I get quite upset sometimes, you know. And unfortunately, Mum can't do anything for herself. I mean, basically, she wouldn't be able to live here if I wasn't here. She's my mum at the end of the day, and, you know, and she's number one to me, and that's all I got. What's the matter? That's your cardigan.
Take it with you.
Yeah, we'll take it with us, all right?
My colleagues are here now. Yeah. We're going to get you in a wheelchair, and we're just going to take you down to our ambulance, all right? We'll go on 3, OK, Beryl? And we'll stand up on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Come.
Nice and easy. Well done.
It's all right, Mum. You haven't got to be frightened. You're fine. They've got you.
So we're going to lean you back now, OK?
Chair's right.
There we go.
Well done.
Parkinson's is a very debilitating illness, and it doesn't only just affect the patient, it also affects the people and the carers around them. I have friends and family at home that have suffered with Parkinson's, and it's quite upsetting for the family around them to see that person going downhill.
All right, Mum, I'm right behind you, OK?
You need to be understanding and compassionate and just patient. In Sarah's case, she's given up her entire life to look after her mum, and just to be able to see that, you know, you've got to feel for them as a family, that she puts so much care and effort into looking after her mum, and from doing that, her mum's got a much better life.
Beryl was only in hospital for 1 night. Her blackouts were diagnosed as Parkinson's-related episodes. But she hasn't had any since and has been in relatively good health for the last few months.
Yeah, we'll take it with us, all right?
Will you talk to them and say to them that you desperately want help?
The homeless alcoholic in Bristol underwent tests in hospital.
You can get through this.
And he's taken Wingnut's advice.
They done an amazing job. It has been a turning point. I'm getting help that I need.
That's it. Stand tall, buddy.
Still having seizures, but it's not as bad. I want other people to realise and just to see this is what you can end up like. And you don't really need to be that way. There's other better things to do in life. I'll get there in the end, definitely.
No, don't you do that, Barry. Ready, steady, roll.
And Barry, who fell 12 feet from his roof, landing headfirst on his van, had a very lucky escape.
Is that wrist painful, that left wrist painful? No.
Remarkably, he didn't have any more serious injuries, but he also didn't get away unscathed.
Well, this here is all been sliced through, and you could actually lift the palm over. And the problem with this was that there was a lot of paint in the wound, so I had to go to surgery to have it be put out and to have it lifted so as they could wash the paint and then stitch the hand down.
His wife did get to hospital for her hip operation, and she's made sure Barry won't be on the roof again.
I like to have things right, and I feel as though it could do with a coat of paint. I shan't be doing the strip on the roof because I realise how awkward that is, but the front of the cottage will be painted by me once I can find where my ladders have been hidden.
Next time on Emergency Bikers, a horse rider with a risk of brain injury.
A horse kicked me in the head.
A speeding ticket gets complicated.
How long is your sentence? I've got 4 years. You've got 4 years.
And an elderly woman has Wingnut worried.
So I'm going to have to assume that you're having a heart attack.